ladies and gentlemen, let's get this show on the road. How you doing? My name is David West, and I will be your host for this evening. Welcome, friendos of all ages, game developers, game artists, hopefully. We'll find out. Tonight's a Monday night stream. I don't know why. I'm experimenting with the schedule, so bear with me. Here's the plan. Here's the rest. I'm just gonna make sure that I have all my things going. Audio levels are okay. Is that a bit better? Pull it up. There we go. There we go. Nothing but the best and professional for you fine people. Say it again. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming by. This is David. I am David West. This is my channel, and this is a sort of a game development science experiment that I take part in whenever I can. Tonight is a Monday night stream. I don't normally do Monday night streams. I don't even think I've ever done one, but here we are. Why am I doing a Monday night stream? Well, great question. Number one, I need to do a stream because I need to get the rust off the wheel. I've had a whole lot of real life stuff happen this last week, and I'm starting to feel good enough, and I want to get right back into the thick of it. I've been inspired by a number of people over on Twitch, over on YouTube, just in the community at large. Number two, Ludum Dare 47 is coming up. It is just under a month, or just about a month away, and we'll be seeing some of that content coming up down the YouTube channel here about prepping for it. And the goal I have is some learning goals for this month, more specifically around pixel art and art in general and for video games, and sound design, music and sound effects more specifically. But those are the two big pieces that I'm lacking in my original little game projects. And so that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to actually be opening up a sprite sheet that I've been tinkering with over the weekend here, and we're going to see what we can do with this, and see if we can get my tile set into Godot and use it to build some levels and stuff. We got a whole science experiment. We're going to go into tile. We're going to try to get to Godot. It's going to be a good time. So just hold on to your boots. I'm going to walk you through this whole thing. Let's get over to the desktop, shall we? So you can see what I'm running here. I'm running Aseprite. I think that's how you pronounce it. Aseprite. Aseprite. Whatever. Why am I using this program? Why did I buy a piece of software for this artist? Because buying things doesn't make more progress. Well, Aseprite is actually one that shows up a lot on my game development training radar. And I've been following tutorials from Mort over in YouTube land. And he uses a lot of Aseprite. And I just wanted the tool. I got it on sale for I think like $17. It's Linux compatible, so it works on my laptop. I'm happy enough with this, and it was worth $17, I think. It kind of gives me all the tools I need. Could I have done this in something like GIMP? Absolutely. But this is just kind of streamlined towards tile art or pixel art and tile sets and stuff of that nature. And so that's why I ended up buying it. I'm going to lift this up like that. Yo. Just a pinch. Is that a bit better? Seems like my audio is okay. Seems quiet to me. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it a little bit closer to my face. Okay. Anyway, my crutch word for the night and for all time. We're going to just make sure I have the highlights here. I want to have all my things ready to go just in case I need them. Spectacular. Great. Okay. So we got a couple goals for tonight. Tonight's goals consist of drawing a few more sprites. I'm going to kind of spend the first little bit of the stream doing some developer art using Aseprite, walk you through my process here. And the second thing I'm going to be doing is importing this into tiled. So let's actually zoom it, because it's always better to draw something. Always better to draw something, right? Great. Not blue. So, here we are in, let's actually just erase all this. Oops. So let's look at this. We have, oh my goodness, what is all this? Oof. Okay, try this one more time. Like I said, nothing but the best for you fine people. Nothing but the best. Okay, so we're gonna start with Aseprite, and then we're gonna move over to tiled. Third time's a charm. There we go. And if I zoom out, it's good. And then last but not least, we're gonna go to Godot. And the idea here is to make something pretty. We want to take my original art, put it over into tiled, and then from tiled we're gonna do the level design. This is where we're gonna do our level design. A little game idea that I've been kind of tinkering with since the GDevelop stream. Do our level. I don't know why I'm writing this out with a mouse. That seems like a bad plan. We're gonna do our level design here. And then this is where we're going to make it interactive. So what do we want to make over here? We actually just want to make the character. That's actually a good point. What are we drawing? So we're going to draw an apartment, because that is where this game takes place. Apart. Spelling that wrong. Oh my goodness, that's wrong. Talk to ma, right? Ugh. Anyway, apartment. We'll spell it wrong for fun. And we also want to draw the character. So like I said, I've been doing those tutorials from Mort, and they've been fantastic. DevDuck put me onto those again. I've seen them before. I've been following that. DevDuck hitting his 100K. Congratulations to DevDuck, by the way. And watching his game design. And you know, it's really cool to see what he's doing there. So move this all over. Anyway, that is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna add a screen marker. And then so let's start with a couple of things here. First of all, we're going to bring up this resource that I think is really great. Bring it over here. So we'll get to this later. If I go to Spriter's resource. Perfect. This is where I actually find, I was finding some good reference material this weekend. So what we'll do is we're going to search for Final Fantasy. Now, why did I pick an RPG? How stereotypical of you, D-dubs. And maybe that's fine. I'm fine with being stereotyped in this context. But what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna show you why I actually picked specifically the NES version of this. If you look at the cities and the towns and stuff like that, that's Final Fantasy 4. Here we go. Here's the different maps and stuff. Let's just pick any map. Let's pick a town. Open this guy up, zoom in. If you look at these these tiles, they're very bare bones. This is the first NES game that Square Enix had, right? At least not the first video game, the first RPG that they did, as far as I know. And I never played this one when I was a kid. I played this years later. But you look at this artwork, and it's pretty rudimentary, like real bare bones, basic stuff. They got it done, and you gotta appreciate that. And that's kind of what I like, that theme. I also like the perspective they have on where things sit and stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to steal this idea a little. You can see where the shadows are on the outside walls, all this good stuff. Now, the thing that I'm not doing though is I'm not going outside. So if I go to, let's pick an indoor thing. Let's pick Castle of Ordeals. Perfect. Let's just pick a room. Doesn't really matter. Scroll over here. Like, look here, even better. So you look at these rooms, they have a big messy floor, which is fine, but even these little rooms over here, let's just do this. So just, if you're looking over here, that is a horrible color. Let's do red. You can see here, you got your wall, and you've got your wall on the outside, and you've got a little kind of nice perspective on here. This is what I was trying to bring over this weekend to this. I've been kind of messing with it. It's a little bit different. If I walk you through my process here, so you can see I have my top wall here. So this is, you can think of this as north. This would be a south wall, east, west. Perfect. And these are my corners. I started messing around with this. This is kind of this stuff in here. If I do it in blue, this stuff in this is all interior wall. I'm not sure how I'm going to use that, if I'm going to use it at all. but I started kind of framing on this using the more tile map tutorial he kind of does. I started messing around with the kind of just different objects I could create, and started doing things like the door and open door. I have a side version of the door, so on either wall. Windows, again, east, north, east, west. Doesn't really open the door for a southern door, but I suppose I could do that by having an outside apartment wall here, like a northern wall that kind of faces here, and then put a door, and then I could have a hallway. Anyway, we'll get into that over time here. I don't really know what I'm doing. That's kind of the fun part, and that's why this stream is maybe a complete waste. But that's it. Over on the bottom here, I got a couple flooring tiles. This is actually where I started with everything. We're going to move the flooring over. First, we're going to pick the flooring layer. Pick the floors. Pick the floors. Layer flooring is locked. That's why. So let's unlock it. Drag you over. I want to just move. My apologies if I just made you vomit everywhere. Okay, so let's just do this, I guess. That's actually, I got some wall there that I can erase. Let's just carry this carpet over to this spot here, and then. So I've actually been really practicing at this stuff for the last couple of days, and I've also limited myself. If you look over here. To the top left, my palette is exceptionally limited. I'm actually using the Win 16 preset just for fun, just because, again, using the tutorial advice, less is more for me because I'm just a noob. So I got my little carpet tile, which may or may not work. I'm not sure. We're gonna figure that out when we draw a couple levels. But yeah, I wanted to just kind of build a level in tiled, and that's really the big plan, is to have this little apartment that I can bring into Godot and then have a character walk around in. This is a weird song. I'm gonna get out of the zoom here. Get out of zoom. What is going on? Oh, there we go. What a weird, happy song. But yeah. Anyway, this is kind of a good starting point, I think. Oh my god. This mouse is just... I gotta figure out how to make this mouse less sensitive. It is very sensitive. Walls are locked. Is it in the walls? Yeah, it is. So we just erase that. Strip there. Safe. So the next thing I wanted to do, if I bring up Spriter's resource, is we're gonna go back here for a sec. Go back. Go back. I want to look at the Light Warriors, because this is actually the thing I wanted to kind of really focus in on, was drawing these guys down here. If I just control 1, you can see here I got these are the animations for walking around the world in Final Fantasy for all the different character types. I want to just draw one. And I kind of started tinkering around with that, and I sort of realized I needed to understand perspective, and then I looked at Link and a couple other characters. So I'm going to try to draw out Link so I can animate a sprite as well. That's the other thing I'm missing. The rest of it is just going to be nice stuff to have. So that's where we're starting. So now that we have an idea of what's going on, let's do this thing, shall we? For starters, we're gonna keep this zoomed in. I'm going to drag it over to my other window. And we're going to create a new sprite sheet. We're going to start with 16 by 16 because that's how big it needs to be. I think, you know. So we're doing 16 colors. And then we're going to start just drawing stuff. I was trying to think of a skin color. And that's a whole thing. This is the skin color I'm going to pick. So anyway, I'm rambling. Good old me rambling on. First thing we're going to do is we got to come up with what are the smallest characteristics that the person has to have. So why are you not letting me draw? Layer 1. Oh, because I don't have the pencil selected. So I would like the character to have, we're gonna make it mirror it. See what that looks like. They actually have blue eyes in the end. Let's just do this. Actually had this going on before. So this is them looking forward. And the other thing I need them to have, we want them to have a hand. Let's start with, let's just call this layer feature, or features. And then, what can we do with this? Part of me wants to know if I should just do it this way. A little bit smaller. Yeah, I think so. And there's their mouth. Might not use that color for the mouth. Maybe we can go with the red eyes too. Who knows what we'll do. Then let's add a new layer. That layer is going to be called face. Put that layer down below. That actually looks a little bit more interesting, to be fair. So I did that. Yeah, what does that look like? That looks really ridiculous. Looks like an emoji. Looks like an emoji. Don't really like that. Don't want an emoji face. Anyway, the other color I looked at using was bright yellow. Kind of go with the Simpsons aesthetic. And then I could do, oops, features like that. Then it kind of looks like a Lego person, doesn't it? Maybe the black eyes color is actually a bit better. Maybe, yeah. Let's just stick with it for now. I'm gonna move this up higher though. Oh my god. Looks like I ripped off someone's face. Holy crap. Oh shoot. Okay. This is the problem I have. This is one of the things, again, learning how to do this. So let's start with eyes on the features list. Okay. Let's stick with that for now. And then we draw our Lego. It's gonna have, and I can't unsee the Lego part. I'm gonna go with a blue shirt because, of course, a blue shirt. And then, so I don't know what to do about hair. Hair is kind of a tricky one. I think you just wear a hat. Kind of silly wearing a hat. Stick with that. I'm doing it again where, like, there's nothing in here. Well, we're just gonna draw this out, unfortunately. So this is what I had before. And then let's put dark blue pants on, maybe. Oof. And what if we gave him some aqua-looking shoes? It's actually not half bad. Looks kind of like a weird little Lego guy, but I'm happy enough with that. Let's see here. So as I go through this, I'm like, I kind of have to go through my color palette and kind of really figure out what I'm doing with the color system. Oops. I got dinging and boops and beeps going on. I should put this on Do Not Disturb. There we go. So here's our guy. Give him... Okay, so what I have to do here is I gotta redraw some of it. this? Can I not rename this? Oh, is it hidden? I'm just having a rough go at this here, man. I'm having a rough go at it today with this thing. Okay. We are redrawing the face. Hypothetically, this should be there now. Great. Okay, now we are going to erase. All of that. Oh, I didn't mean to erase his eyes, but that's fine. See, his hands are too dull, and so that's kind of the thing I'm trying to sort out here, because we kind of need them a little bit brighter than that. Maybe we can give him kind of a cuff sort of situation, or maybe it's better to have it bright yellow, because his hands are one of the smaller features that we need to account for. I say his because I'm kind of drawing me out right now in my little world, but hopefully we get to a point where I can have a gender neutral setup here. I want people to have the person they want to be. But it turns out that takes a lot of work to do it correctly, at least. Not a lot of work, not like it's a bad thing, but getting all over the place. But it's a good thing to have. It's just that it takes more time than I have to put into it right now for a hobby side project. If it's turned into a real game, it'd be an absolute must. But we got to start somewhere. No point in planning for the moon, shooting for the moon unless you're gonna land there. This doesn't make any sense. I'm just all over the place tonight. Maybe this stream was a confused mess. It's a bit of a confused mess. We're gonna keep going though. Nothing but a dumpster truck on fire, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so B.
Eyes glow like two fires, movement so graceful. Wildcat in the jungle with dangerous claws. Movement she anticipates a sight.
That's actually not bad.
Like stars in the darkest night, crystallize, fascinate. If you wanna stay alive, if you don't wanna be her prey, don't stand in her way. Run, run, run away. Crystallize, 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 watching her prey. Crystallize, 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 fascinate.
If I take off this, do I give him a bit of a side part here? Yeah, I'm digging this now. That is some. It's not perfect by any stretch, but I don't mind it. The yellow is too bright. Yeah, we're gonna have to go with the dull yellow.
Don't stand, don't say, don't look back. She anticipates. No chance if you become
And the features. Okay, and then what do we do with the shoes here? The shoes, we can make them bright again.
If you wanna stay alive, if you don't wanna be her prey, don't stand in her way.
Blue.
Run, run, run away.
No, that's not right.
Crystallize, crystallize, watching her prey. Crystallize, 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 fascinate.
I'm trying to think of how I can. I just did that. Oof, that doesn't look right either. Magenta shoes. Maybe that's one way to do it.
If you wanna stay alive, if you don't wanna be her prey, don't stand in her way. Run, run, run away.
No, the tracing it out is not working very well. I like the head.
Fascinate.
but I don't like what I've produced here with the feet and the body and stuff. Like the body looks just off to me. Okay, so let's start with, so we're gonna add a new layer. Let's start with that. How about that? We're gonna call this layer body. It's gonna be blue body. And this is the arm. It's like a single pixel arm, really. Or could it be 2 pixels? These features. Face, but like, where did I draw this mess? There we go. So this is standing neutral, and then if we drew some, say some blue jeans. And 1, 2, 1, 2. That's not right either. Yeah, see, if you look at this preview over on the side here, it's just that it's just too faded. Keep on doing the same thing to face. Poor face. Erase these horrible features. Okay, so we know you want, there's the body. Erase the body again. Let's actually move them up 1 pixel. Move everything up just 1. Whoops. I wish I knew the keyboard shortcuts. Move that up. Perfect. Okay. No, I don't want them to have like a Snow White face, because you look at my backgrounds are really light. I'd like them to have a darker color. We'll stick with the faded yellow. Give him a bright red shirt though, or something. Let's lock his face. Let's see what we can do here. So I'm just gonna draw his shoulders and his arms. What if his shoulders went out a little bit further? He's a burly dude. It's a pretty intense song. Let's see here. So then I have 2 pixel arms really. And his waist comes up to here. Let's put him in blue jeans. What if we did that? So this way, he has a body, but he has bigger hands like that, so he's way easier to see them. It's just, I feel like it's the background. Let's actually, let's even call it player. Okay. Yes, player, overwrite player. I had one that I like less than this one, that's for sure. So we're gonna deal with this guy. Cut and paste him under the tile set. Wow, okay. Okay, and then Control A. Oh no. He's the same color as the door. Well, you know, it is a video game. What color can I make him? I don't want to make it like I made the environment really neutral, you know, with those colors. So what if I made what if I made him like sky blue? Or magenta? Face. Okay, we're gonna update his face here. What if he was pink? Tell you what, my kid's gonna love the fact that it's a pink person. Oh, that's just horrifying, isn't it? Let's just color up all the skin. Body. Okay, so we're gonna finish coloring the skin, which should be there now. If I do that, yep, perfect. Now, I want to unlock the body. We're gonna lock. Perfect. Good, we got our magenta guy. All right, magenta guy. This is you standing still. I'm gonna change my sprite canvas size. I'm gonna do this times. Let's just do ×4 for now. That didn't work, did it? No, not at all. Sprite canvas size. Let's gotta do the maths. But I gotta do it correctly so it doesn't center things. Perfect. Great. So now, can I group all these together? Is there a way to group? Layer, new, layer group. Perfect. Move it into that group. Okay, so this is group 1. This is, let's just say neutral. Or better yet, here's, yeah, we're gonna call this stance neutral. Or default, let's just do default. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna add a bit of blue to the body. The wrong blue, yep. Get out of here with this nonsense. There we go. That's actually even a little bit, it's like a little bit weirder, but I think it's a little bit more, he's got kind of his thumbs in his pockets, kind of like just chilling out, you know? So now what we're gonna do is duplicate this group. Can you duplicate a group? Yes, you can. We're gonna call this walk 1. Walk 1 is going to have a little bit less. First of all, we're going to lock this guy down. Boom, you're locked down. Walk 1, you are unlocked. How do I move you though? There we go. Perfect. So now I need to move this guy. So his walk 1 would be okay. I really got to get this layers thing down. That's not what I wanted to good. Okay, so walk one is kind of like an arm forward, you know, like kind of like like one of those. And so that's where we'll start with. So this one is, oops, that's too big. And then this one going to be back. We're gonna go body. Don't really have a lot of pixels to work with here. Do I want to do it that way? Like, kind of like he's got the arm behind just a little bit. It doesn't look different enough from the other one. I'm looking at this guy, like I gotta compare the two. And they need to look a little bit more different than that. So, like this, okay. Let's save this. This is probably not gonna be perfect, but I don't want to spend more than a couple more iterations on this thing. Okay, walk one. Actually, we're gonna call this one walk front one. Okay, now we are going to duplicate. This is walk front two. Great. So I want to lock all these. What are these? But I want to. I want to chain them all together. Maybe that's what I want to do. So let's first move them all. So V is for move. Like that. Right. Perfect. And now I want to take this whole layer. Open group, lock layers, visible. So what I want to do is I want to flip horizontally. Layer, there, edit. That actually worked. So I would literally be bop, 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 bop. So you'll see his arm a little bit more different. Okay, we'll try animating it in this too. So I've never done the animation in this, so we'll see. We'll see how this goes. For now, I just want to kind of see how this thing kind of works. Well, let's see if I can get this to work first of all. Fill property, select view, timeline. Do I have a timeline view somewhere? Tab. This is my timeline view. Okay. Select view. Show onions in. Set loop section. Nope. So what I want to do is I want to kind of animate these two. How do I do that? Play animation, show playback options, right click. Frame. Wait a minute, there's a new frame. Ah, I get it. Okay, so first let's try this. First we're gonna put on, let's just finish drawing him, and then we're gonna try the let's do the animation now. New We're gonna do 16 by 16. Zoom in on it. I'm not sure if Control C, Control V will work in this case, but we'll find out. It does. But we can't see anything. Where's delete layer? So that didn't do anything apparently. Okay, let's do Control C. You got this. Let's do delete layer. Not delete all layers. Okay, fair enough. If I delete you, so he's just in the wrong spot. Okay. And then we're gonna do. Let's just do frame. New frame. There is how we do this. Okay, I am now seeing how this kind of works. So in this case, let's change my. Have I not had chat open? I have not had chat open. Let's go back. Chat for me just in case. Okay. Great. Okay, so I've got my correct palette. I want to do. This is what I want to change here. So I have like skin, and I just did not do this one. We're gonna go bring this back to. Let's just keep it as skin, and let's draw this properly. B. Okay. Features. We're gonna erase. Bring skin forward. Great. And on frame 1, skin is smaller. Like this. Right? Yeah, let's do this view. Remember correctly. Show onion skin. No, that's not helping me. Anyway. So that's someone. Two is this. Face. Body. What am I doing wrong?
If we go down in history. Yeah. If we go down in history. Yeah.
Okay. So, go from left.
Sometimes I wish I was somebody else. I was somebody else. I go my own way. Don't care what you say. do my own thing. I do my own thing. I go my own way. Don't care what you think. I do my own thing.
Body. Nope. Skin. We're gonna erase the skin here.
I do my own thing.
Let's just see what this looks like here. It's a little bit too fast, clearly.
I go my own way. Don't care what you say. I do my own thing. I do my own thing. I go my own way. Don't care what you say.
I'm okay with that. That's good enough for a first attempt.
Own thing.
Set loop section. Duration. 2.5 milliseconds. Is that 100? So let's move it at half a second. And then duration. It's not bad. I'll take it. I'll take it as a first attempt. Player walk. Okay, so we've got the whole sprite. So originally I was gonna kind of create this thing out, but I guess I can animate everything slowly but surely here. Anyway, let's draw out. I'm actually going to spend the rest of the time drawing this thing out. I realized 3906. I want to kind of muck around in the other stuff. So let's see what we can do here. Let's start by, we're going to lock you. Okay, first of all, we're going to close that, duplicate that layer, unlock it, and then we're going to move it over here. Now here's the thing. This is going to have a bit of a spin to it, right? So I got to add that bit of a spin, or rotate them, so I can go left or right. So that's what we'll try for. So for starters, let's open this up. We're going to call this one walk side one. Well, let's start with his body and his skin here. In fact, let's start with his body. So his body is going to be a side view. What is locked? Like, what is going on? Features is locked? Are you serious? No, it's not. Layer features is hidden. Zoom in on this guy. Okay. I guess I didn't have it selected. So his body should be sideways. So we need him a little bit more like this. So those are his pants, and I guess at this point he would have some sort of shoe or some depth to the shoe. So we'll give him a foot. Might not look quite right when we flip these other ones back. Yeah, stick with the shoes. unlock all these guys. This is the thing. Like this is one of those things about getting familiar with a new tool. When I was doing the GDevelop stuff, I already did a little bit of a capture with some upgrades I did with the camera before I got sick. What I noticed was how I kind of failed at that assessment. And I'm not gonna sit there like beating myself up over it, but like I kind of I set my expectations way too high, and that was the first big problem I had. I had this big original idea. There you go. Now you're locked. And for you, we're gonna do body. Give you some shoes. And same with you, we're gonna give you some shoes. But here's the thing, right? Like when you assess a new tool, and I know this. This is the thing. I'm not beating myself up over it, but I really should have known better. I didn't really know what I was. I kind of over anticipated what I was going to be doing, and you know, without having that beginner's effort, you know, without spending some time being a beginner, you are likely not going to produce something that is what you want it to be. Okay, to give him a hand like this. How does that look? Well, let's try giving him a face first. Oh, that's what I'm missing here. Let's give him his body first. He's gonna have a thinner neck. He's a thinner person, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just want to make sure if I have one of my kiddos moving around. Nope, we're good. There's, as usual, not clicking the correct layers. Oh my good god. This mouse wheel. Roll the mouse wheel to scroll. Multiply them one screen at a time. Those are my choices. Anyway, that's apparently as good as it gets. Okay. I'm doing the right one. Okay. Let's show the skin. Let's zoom in. It's locked, so let's show it again. We're gonna do this. I gotta redo it all again. This layers thing, I wish I had a better method for. I do the same thing in the GIMP. Difference. Okay, this is skin. This is body. Selected. Okay, we're getting there. The layer skin is hidden, so I can't do anything with it. Okay. Here's our buddy's head. There's buddy's head. Okay, buddy. Now we need to give you some hair. Oops. Again, that's not really skin. Oh, this is a disaster. I don't even remember what my official stuff was supposed to be at this point. You know what we're gonna do? Flatten. walk side 1. 'Cause what's the point of fighting this thing when it's clearly doesn't want me? Do it the same way. Pink. Give him a nose and mouth. Not bad. Okay. Next thing we need is got a hand. So this is his hand on the side, like this. His hand is facing forward. The other one will be back here. So this one should be like that. Could even do it something like this. Oops. Let's give him his pants back. Like, we gave him these big mitts, but like, what if we gave him something more like a claw? Get rid of that, maybe. Yeah, we want it lower, that's for sure. Whoops, that doesn't look. Whoops. You want the blue pants here. Yeah, I think he needs smaller hands in this side view. Like, I'm thinking 2 pixels. And then 1 pixel to the back. See, here's the thing. With walking, you wouldn't be able to see anything really moving up front. But his legs should actually be a little bit back too. So his foot would be like that. Possibly. That's actually not bad. I'll take that. Not bad for his legs. Give her that one. No. He needs the blue. That does look like he's kind of half broken there. Yeah, that's actually not bad. I'm gonna go with this one, I think. Save that, then we're gonna do move. So what I'm just trying to get like any sort of faint resemblance to like kind of a side view with 16 colors. It is super challenging to make anything that resembles something. But you think about those old kind of like DOS games and these older games. If you look at the Spriter's resource, like even the NES palette is actually fine. Like that's the Spiders resource one. If I go to the NES, like there's a lot more colors there, and I could mess around with this more, but I want to start really limited to kind of see what I can do with this much character. Anyway, let's duplicate this layer. Walk side 2, and we are going to let's do edit. Okay. I think that left and right turn are going to be a little bit too abrupt. In the meantime, let's just move this guy over. And then make him face the other direction. Yeah, his head's just way too thin. Do it this way. Get out of that. Give him a little bit more hair, maybe. Yeah. That looks a little bit better, actually. From where my weird little pixel arty view, it's not so bad. Okay, let's just see what this looks like. Drag my tile set over here. Interesting. Okay, so what we'll do is we are going to flatten, flatten, flatten. This is walk front 1, walk front 2. This is called a neutral. There's also the back that I have to do too. I just realized that. Well, you know, whatever. This stream's turning into a bit of a weird developer art thing. Plus an extra 32 pixels. Let's let's just move all these guys. These will move. I'm not sure why it's not letting me just pick all of it. Oh, of course. Oh my god, I'm just gonna flatten all of it. Just flatten visible. Yes, that is fine. I'm just getting tired of mucking with layers. It's just slowing me down so much. And I'm sure I'm gonna feel pain eventually for that at some point, I'm sure. But for tonight, I'll deal. I mean, it's not like I'm doing the fanciest of all the art here. Okay, we drag you over there. And so all we really have to do here is draw this guy, give this guy some face. Or remove his face with some hair. And reverse the part. Or even, do I even have to do that? Let's just not even worry about that. Do-do-do-do. Go. We are. I think this is good enough for my purposes, honestly. this is probably... I didn't think I'd get this far. This is kind of what I wanted to do. I'm not even sure why I streamed this, to be honest. But that is all fine. Okay. So now we've got neutral, walk down, walk forward, walk left. So we got a 4-directional north, south, east, west. We got what we need. I'm not going to worry about animating it in here because I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to do with that. We're going to figure out the animation as we go. I'm going to consider this part done, and I'm going to highlight the whole whack of it. Move it down here. This is our little tile set that I've created. And yeah, this is where we're going. This is good. Okay, we can get rid of that. Get rid of this table. Don't save that. That's just my temporary one. So we've got a little bit of a thing here. Now the next thing we want to do. Let's take a quick second here. All right, so the next thing is going to be importing this into Tiled. And now that I've done in the past already. So Tiled, for those of you that don't know, is a great little open source application. This is my original little character that I drew. We're going to start a brand new thing here. Add folder to project, open project, save project, add. Sure, let's save a project as, shall we? Alright, we're gonna call this, I'm not sure, at home. This is the little tentative title I have it called at home because, I don't know, why not? Open, okay. So, new map. Well, first let's do new tile set, I guess. New tile set. New tile set is going to be called at home. Image source is I have nothing, so that's what we got to do in here. So let's export. Make sure it's going to the right set. Let's do this as a different tile set. Let's just call it at home tile set, I guess. I don't know. Export. Yep, no layers. That's fine. Okay, we've got this guy. And now it should hypothetically be here. So there we go. There's our guy. But oh, it is magenta. I don't want it to use transparent color. No transparent color. And that's fine. No spacing. Sure. Save as. At home.tsx. Good. If I zoom in on it. Here's our lovely tile set with a couple some divisions in there. Oh, you know what? Yeah, there's some neutral carpet in the middle there, but that's fine. Okay, and the next thing we're gonna do is do a new map. And we want it to be 16 by 16, I think. Let's start with that. And we're gonna call this one apartment.tmx. Yep, I'm okay with that. Okay, so we're going to start with our first. Now, I don't know much about Tiled. Tiled is a tool set that I've wanted to get better with. One second, I hear some noise upstairs. I'm just going to double check what it is. Just to be safe. I will be RB. Alright, crisis averted. It was my significant other who just got home. So buttons. Let's draw an apartment and see if this actually works. Final Fantasy style. So I'm gonna make it kind of a, you know what I could use? I could use like a neutral wall. Anyway, we'll just do it from the corner up. We're gonna build this apartment like this. Build some rooms. Just trying to build. Yeah, and so I need to re-export that. So let us re-export this, because so you see this carpet. It's actually because it merged all of the colors into it. It ended up merging putting kind of a default carpet in there, and I don't want that. I want the walls to kind of sit on top of a floor. And so what we'll do is we'll erase all of this. It's not walls, it's flooring that I want to erase. Good. Okay, all erased. Right. Why does this have a line there? Is it supposed to have a line there? I don't think so. I think I just found a bit of a mistake in my art. There we go. That's much nicer, actually. Perfect. Save. Export. Yep, that's fine. That compiled. Now it's been updated, hopefully. Yeah, it is. It's updated. Although that color's not right. My border color. Why is that not showing up? Doors. No. Window. Whoops, that was giant. Go to E for eraser. Move it back to 1 pixel. See, that's the only problem I've been having with this my color palette so far is it's the same base color as I see what I did here. It's the same base color as some of these tiles, so if I draw over here, it's just a squiggle, but I can't actually see it. I'd have to actually swap the colors out. Let's see if I draw on here. You can see it changes actual color, but over here I can't actually tell if it's coloring anything. Which is a little annoying. I mean, I know I can change it. I know how. I just am clearly too lazy to do it because I'm too new at this. Save, file, export everything. Yep, just keep going. Much nicer. Okay. I want to erase that tile. So this is my walls layer. So let's do walls. Great. Now, there's a lot more I'm going to do with tile than based on how I'm feeling tonight and how this is going. I'm not going to go too deep into this because I need to add a bunch of stuff, but I also really need some like wall joints. Like I need a wall to be able to continue here and then have one pop out from there. It's actually an interesting my gray is not. So what I was doing with this thing is, if you look at Spriter's resource again, go back and go back. Oh, not that one. This guy. Light Warriors go to a town. This. And zoom in on this guy. So, like, you can see at the top here, I can see the top of the wall. That's kind of what I was doing. Was getting the top of the wall. It's a full tile worth of wall, though. That's kind of the thing. So that's what I was kind of going for. But if I go, let's see if they've got any divisor. Oop, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That was trippy. So now what I'm not seeing here is that, like, when they have crisscrosses in the wall. You see, here we go. Do you have walls coming out from other walls? How do you do that? Oh yeah, you just kind of pop it out from the wall. But they don't, you can only see the wall when it's visible from one side, it looks like. Interesting. This resource is actually really, really helpful for me. It kind of gives me a little sense of perspective on what I'm trying to do. Where's that? I need like a T-junction. So here's a T-junction here. Comes out, and this just kind of pops out, eh? And then the wall continues. Maybe that's what we do. Let's try it. Rather than worrying about the next thing. Yeah, so I've only made a corner, so what if I did this? So because I made a sharp corner, I see what I did. Okay. So what I can do is like this, but this needs a... No, this is right. This is actually right. Because then what I would do is mine's a little bit more... I want a couple of rooms here. Let's just do it this way. Let's just try drawing a small bathroom, maybe? I don't know what this will be. Let's just see what I can do with what we've got here. So this should end here. Here's room number 1. You see, what would be neat is if I could actually overlay these, because they should be, like, I have a lot of wall in the between here. It's good enough for now, though. Now we're back to this guy. How big is this apartment? 16 tiles. Oh, this is a bit... It's a little bit big. But let's just go with it. Let's just roll with it, me. Stop complaining. Okay. So let's start with just like a big... So that what we need is a bathroom, a bedroom, open kitchen, living room, dining room area. So let's start with that. So it's going to go all the way down. I'm going to assume there's some sort of hallway here. That's going to be 3 pixels wide or so. So let's just say this is the base wall here. Maximize the amount of space I have. Give the player a bit of room. Like that. And this guy should go. Ooh, I need one that goes up now, though. Oh, no, I don't. No, I don't. Let's just stick with it, me. We're going to make this a room. We're going to make this like a perfect little square apartment. Down like that. Like this. Come down like this. Now what I would like is actually kind of have a U shape here so that this actually kind of comes around. That's something I could use. For now what we'll do is we'll just kind of do one of these. Actually, we're just gonna put it right here. Nope, wrong way. We're gonna put it like that. Wrong direction. It's gonna go that way, and then it should go all the way up. So what I want is kind of a U for these kind of like external outward-facing corners of drywall. So that's what we're missing in our tile set, which isn't that bad. So we got our walls. Let's add our floor. Move that one to the bottom. Let's lock floors in place just for fun. Where are my floors? Oh, I didn't make them visible. Fiddle faddle foo, dude. Okay, export one last time. This time with feeling, though. And now we've got kitchen flooring. This is a hideous tile floor, oh my gosh. So I'd like some other flooring types as well. Now here's the other thing, like I want a bedroom in here. Where would the bedroom go? I mean, I guess I could have the bathroom door going from the kitchen. That makes a lot of sense. And this could be, rather than being an open thing here, I can just kind of pop this guy down like this. Oh, let's go back to walls. Let's gotta unlock these walls. Unlock these pillars. And that's the other thing I should have here. So if you look down here, this kind of cuts it off. So I should have a wall kind of feeding into an edge. So it's just kind of an end, right? Oh no, I do have that. I do have this. Because my walls are all too thick now. That's what this all means, which isn't that bad. I'm not super against this right now. Do object layer. We're gonna call this one doors. So let's get the stamp mode. Insert tile. Select. And I want to snap to grid. Where are you? Snapping. Turn you on, snapping. Snap to grid. Now the thing is with these big thick walls, it's a little bit, what's the word for it? It's not proportional. Like it's a very thick wall for such a small space. So oh, there we go. So this door fits in here. Like that. Let's actually just put the drywall on the walls all the way out here. See, I like to have some different wall decals there, that's for sure. This is the entranceway. And then let's say floors. Use our hideous hallway flooring. Like that. I gotta change that. That's just horrible tiling. Okay. This is our first level, though. This is at least, this works. Maybe let's add some windows. We're gonna add another object layer. We're gonna call this one decor. Move it up to the top. Move it up to the top. So decor, we're gonna have a couple of things. We're gonna put some windows in here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's grab one of these guys. The thing about an apartment, though, right, is you'd only have like one side looking out at windows, which isn't a bad thing, now that I think about it. But this guy, our protagonist has some pretty snazzy, setup here. How do I erase? Nothing. Stamp brush. There. So corner window looking out into there. This is actually the bathroom, now that I think about it. That's actually probably don't want that. Well, you know, let's add a couple of windows just for fun. You'd have one at least. Oh, there we go. And then on this side, because it's such a swanky apartment, they've got a couple of windows. They've got a whole whack of windows on that wall. Just for some fun stuff. Okay. So that's the windows. Now we got a table. Let's put that table there. We're going to put... Can I put this whole thing down? Is that going to do a thing? No, it's not. Okay, so how do I go into stamp mode? Let's save this. Unmute. Hopefully I wasn't muted this whole time. I bet you I was. Welp. Practice makes perfect, ladies and gentlemen. I bet you I was. I gotta figure out how to get my monitor set. It's been a while since I've been doing the live stream, and the live streams have two purposes for me. So, to be frank, I'm Dave, but you can be frank. I do the live streams for two reasons. One, it's just something I like to do to keep, in case people are interested, they want to kind of see something a little bit more raw, a little bit more interesting. They can come by, say hi, stuff like that. Put on kind of an office hours sort of setup. So if people want to engage, they can. But the real reason I do it isn't for the YouTube aspect or the streaming or the building my channel. It's a really good way for me to practice public speaking. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. So when I take myself out of it for a couple of weeks, it actually hurts quite a bit. And so, you know, that was probably a big mess right there. But let's keep on rolling, shall we? Got to keep rolling with the punches, and practice makes perfect. So let's go. So where are we anyway? So I'm in tiles. So we've created our tile sheet in Aseprite. Brought it over. I had started it earlier on the weekend, but I kind of finished up a little bit on the character and stuff like that. Next thing I did was start creating a map that I made in tile, and it's a hideous map, but it's got my carpet, it's got this checkerboard pattern tiling from the old times is just pardon me, is just eye pain for me. So I'm gonna come up with a better, maybe some sort of like a nice bright red carpet of some kind with the limited color palette that I have. I'm going to come up with a different kind of color, or a faded tile at least. Maybe white and gray or something, I don't know. But this black and white is just, it's horrible. Anyway, we've got our little apartment set up, and now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out how to create a new, is it an image layer? What I want to do is I want to have this as I want to stamp it. Ah, so there you go. So it turns into a stamp if I do this. Interesting, but I do want it as an object, is the thing. But the layers decor. Oh, select objects, insert tile. So I wonder if there's a way to make that its own. I'm sure there is, but I'm not about to figure that out today. So for now, all we're gonna do is we're gonna put a couple of tables. We'll put this guy. We'll just put a little. Say I build like a thing like a couch or a desk and a computer, and I'm not exactly sure how to create that. You know, like I want these two tiles together as an object. Let's go to the user manual. Why not look at the docs, right? Let's bring this up. And this is going to be the last thing I think I do for the night. I'm going to call it. This stream has been a bit slower, and it kind of made me appreciate how much I but how much I like making the videos as well. It's not all about streaming, it's about some of the reflection I get out of the video too. Okay, so in my beautiful thing here, stamp brush. Working with objects, because it has to be an object, because I know it's illustrated by sticker notes. So using tile objects. I guess I could do it as just two separate objects. Insert polygons, template. Connecting objects. It can often be useful to connect one object with them, like when switch to a oh, okay, so this is just linking a couple of things. Yeah, okay, so what we'll do, yeah, so the thing is, tiled is a thing it's a tool that I've always wanted to get better with. And so that's kind of what we're doing today. There, we've got a couple of tables. That's awesome. And let's just save this. And I'm going to do the Godot thing on another stream, I think. I think we're at a point now where I kind of have to figure a little bit more out about the rest of my flow. Like I said, this stream has been a bit of a mess, but it's been a good, like I said, getting the wheels turning again, and that's always good. So, to that point, just going to call it here. And, thanks a bunch for tuning in if you're watching this VOD. I'm going to keep this one unlisted though, because I might not even show it publicly because I think I missed so much stuff there. But that's painful. But to that point, I will be again on the live stream. We're going to try to do a live stream on Monday nights. It's a good way to get me moving during the week and kind of reflect on some stuff. Because Ludum Dare 47 is just around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. So watch out for some videos around that. Fingers crossed, hopefully. And until then, have yourself a pleasant day and or evening. You take care.